Athelhampton House is said to be one of the most haunted places in all of Dorset. The Martyn family were the lords of Athelhampton House for almost 250 years. When Queen Elizabeth I became Queen of England after her sister Mary I died, there were many Catholics who believed that she should not have ascended to the throne. While Mary had reinstated the Pope's authority and supremacy, and also repealed most of the Protestant laws that had been put in place by her younger brother Edward VI, as soon as Elizabeth became queen, Parliament passed an act that re-established the autonomy of the Church of England and the Church of Ireland from the Pope's authority. Plots started popping up to try to remove Elizabeth in favor of someone who practiced the Catholic faith and who would restore Catholicism in England, particularly Mary, Queen of Scots, her cousin. On February 25, 1570, Pope Pius V issued a papal bull excommunicating Elizabeth. In it, he called her the pretended Queen of England and the servant of crime. It also said, "We charge and command all and singular the nobles, subjects, peoples, and others aforesaid that they do not dare obey her orders, mandates, and laws. Those who shall act to the contrary, we include in the sentence of excommunication." In response to this, Elizabeth put in place extremely harsh measures against anyone who was an outwardly practicing Catholic. Mass was banned. Fines were issued. Some were imprisoned. Some were tortured. And many were executed. It was under the reign of Elizabeth I that torture was used more than any time in English history. All were required to take the oath of supremacy, recognizing Elizabeth as the supreme governor of the church. Those who would not were indicted for high treason. Priests, in particular, were those who received the most severe punishments. In 1540, the Jesuit religious order was formed to help fight the Protestant Reformation. Jesuit priests would come over from Europe and live with wealthy Catholic families. It was immediately put into law that any priest entering England would be convicted of high treason, and anyone found helping or harboring a priest was severely punished. Priest hunters came into existence. Their job was to locate any priest and gather information about them. In order to hide the priests and keep them safe from torture and execution, safe places were made. The Martyn family were devout Catholics and had Athelhampton House altered in order to do exactly this. These hiding places became known as Priestholes. Priestholes were incredibly tiny and claustrophobic, often with virtually no room to stand up or move around. When priest hunters would descend upon the house, they would check to see if the walls were hollow, often tear up floorboards and plunge swords into paneling. The priests would sometimes have to stay hiding for days at a time, with no food, water, or anywhere to go to the bathroom. If the priest hunters couldn't find anything, they would stay at the home for a week or two at a time, and the priests would die in a priest hole from starvation or lack of oxygen. It has been said that a man in priestly black robes haunts the halls of Athelhampton House. And maybe it was a priest that was hidden in the house in one of the priest holes long ago.